name is Biko. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm a music lover, and I also like to create music. I produce, I write, I play drums. It's really important in my development because when I learned to play the drums, it taught me rhythm. I love music. I mean, it's like, I see music as a language. And the beautiful thing about it is it's an international language. Sampling music, I think it's really cool. Sampling is like basically taking a song that's already made, using elements of it to make a new song. Like some people like Prince, right? He was an artist who played a whole bunch of instruments. So he looked down on sampling. But the way that I see it, and the reason why I think sampling is really cool and a lot of times very ingenious, is because it's kind of like taking someone else's song that's already made and using it as an instrument in your new composition.
Biko made the beat, nigga, let that song kill.
I was always into music, so my love for music kind of came, like anybody else's love, for music. It comes at a young age. I got in touch with my friend in high school. His name is Steve. He owns the company that we're the entertainment company that I work with. He always would be like, "Hey, Biko, come after school. Come to Harlem and let's go to the studio. Let's rap." We always used to take people's beats that were already made, to make to do our own raps over other beats that already existed. Then we were like, "Yo, like you can only go so far rapping over other people's already made music." So after a while, it's like, you know what, Biko, you know music, so why don't you try producing? I think, everyone has certain gifts. Like my gift, I think, with music is finding melodies. I love like getting a good chord progressions and finding harmonies. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel good when I'm making music. So what I want to look for when I'm sampling, something that like an instrumental part of the song that maybe stands out to me, but also that doesn't have too many elements in it. If you sample something that has like too many drums or too many instrumental elements, in my opinion, it might be hard to add your own stuff because you might be crowding it too much. So it's an artist that I recently learned about. He's a calypsonian. That's what they call him, a guy that makes calypso music, right? And his name is Chalk Dust. He made a lot of politically conscious music in an era where in the Caribbean they were against him. He was like a rebel, right? Kind of like Bob Marley. They made rebel music, which is kind of what a lot of Caribbean music is, like reggae. It's called Juba Dubai, and it's about how Chalk Dust has a strong socially conscious message in his music. He talks about politics and the government and how they're screwing people. That song is about how everyone's trying to convince him to make song about gas, make song about popular happy things, but he's saying like he will not. He's not going to do that. He has a message and he wants to express the message that it says, "Chalk Dust, I'm in town too long."
I was in town when fire burned down Salvatore and them stores are wrong. I was in town when the market on George Street could be found.
I like this, but what I'm realizing, it sounds, it's a recording of a live performance, so it's not too crisp sounding, and it reminds me of Lupe Fiasco is one of my favorite rappers, and he had a song called "Dumb It Down," and he's basically saying the same thing.
So you want to make both kinds of
I want to make both types of music, definitely.
That's celebrating and fun, and yet
but also you want to have some type, definitely some music that has a message in it. Because I'm heavy into politics, actually, like American politics. But I do want to get there to a point where I can discuss some of those themes in my music, which I already kind of do. I kind of sneak them in, but I also want to express, I guess, like my feelings, like like what makes me feel good, feel really good. Oh no, what artist would I like to collab with? Honestly, I would love to work with Burna Boy. Like when I'm making beats or compositions, I can sometimes hear certain artists on it. I have one record that has a chorus, that my chorus idea that I hear in my head when I play the music, and I can picture like Janet Jackson singing it. Now I know I'm like a little kid from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really likely that'll happen. But my idea now would be to get an artist who can sound like Janet Jackson to kind of create the same type of idea, right? I'm not giving in too much to what people expect, right? Because you have music today that kind of, everyone kind of tries to copy each other. You know what I mean? And I consider myself a successful musician or successful artist if I get you to like something that you've never thought you would like. I think that I can do that. You know, I think that my music, it can move people in a way they're not used to being moved. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's more just getting people to understand what I hear in my head and feel similar to how I feel when I hear it. If I do that, I won.